Hi there, Dr. Rajiv Iyer here from IMG Secrets. In this video, I'm going to tell you the top 10 mistakes you must avoid as an international medical graduate doctor. And let's do this together. The first mistake we see is having insufficient knowledge about the requirement of medical examination in each country. IMGs tend to be very confused as to what country to move to, and every country has a different exams. There is USMLE, there is MCCQ1, Australia has AMC exams, New Zealand has NZREX, UK has PLAB. So you need to understand the different requirements for each country so you don't spend a lot of time thinking about which way to take. Be knowledgeable about the examinations and other requirements. The second common mistake is ignoring the importance of clinical work in Canada, USA, or any country. Your planning should ideally start when you're actually a medical student. This is when you can do electives in USA or Canada. Many institutions across the world have collaborations with hospitals in the US, Canada, and candidates from those medical colleges can take advantage of it. Even otherwise, you can explore options of where you can make this happen. When you're doing internship, you can explore things like doing externship in the USA or Canada. And once you finish your MBBS or your medical college or medical school, then you can think of doing things like observership. These types of clinical experiences can be very valuable on your CV, and when you apply for next steps in these countries, this can really help you succeed. The third mistake is not recognizing the value of networking. You should build professional network using contacts within your country of target. This means interacting with people who are already here, so that way you can make some personal connections through which you can actually succeed in getting positions. The value of networking in the US, Canada, and other countries can be a lot more than many of you think, and it works a lot. So make use of these connections. Mistake number 4 is having a weak application. In order to be successful, you need to have a fantastic CV, a strongly written cover letter or a personal statement, and a highly valued letters of recommendation where people speak about your clinical skills, your personality, and things like that. Without this, your application would not be considered strong enough. So do not do this mistake of submitting a sloppy application. You can go to our website, book an appointment, and then we would help you prepare your cover letter, your personal statement, and also guide you what to avoid, how exactly to apply as well. Mistake number 5 is not giving enough time for preparing for your exams. This could be USMLE, MCCQ1, AMC exams, PLAB, or any such thing. Now, every person is different. You know yourself a lot more than anyone else. On an average, people need somewhere between 4 to 6 months, sometimes longer, in order to be confident to approach these exams. So make sure you do the necessary study materials, go through some of the mock sessions so you feel like you're very well prepared, because once you get a score, there may not be options to improvise on the score, and you would be stuck with that score for the rest of your life. On the other hand, we also see people who never take exams because they never feel confident. That's another extreme problem. You don't want to get there. It's all about striking a balance where you feel you're adequately prepared and you approach these exams in a nice way, so you get good scores. Mistake number 6 is those IMGs who are applying for the residency process. These IMGs fail to understand the strict deadlines that need to be followed to apply for a residency. They do not prepare their application well in advance. Ideally, your application should be ready to submit a week or 2 before even the application cycle opens, because timing is very critical when you want to be successful with residency matching. The IMGs also fail to recognize all the required documents for this process and the importance of being prepared for an interview. Make sure you're adequately prepared if you're applying for your residency application. If you need our help with your residency application, we do have an option called Road to Residency that you can check on our website, www.imgsecrets.com. Mistake number 7 is those IMGs who make the transition to a different country and they ignore the importance of cultural differences. After all, if you're in a new country, everything would be different. And this is important in terms of how you communicate with people, how you communicate with patients, how you deal with the systems in each of these countries. And it is important to understand the cultural sensitivity and the medical practices in the country you're going to. Mistake number 8 is regarding financial management. Once you decide to move to a different country, there is a lot of expenses involved. You may have to take a lot of exams, you have to travel to those countries, you have the flight charges, you have the hotel charges, fees related to licensing exams, application application fees, relocation costs, and if you seek professional help, you may want to factor in those charges too. There could be some financial changes happening in your life. So do plan that really well so you don't end up struggling when you reach a new country. Making sense so far? Mistake number 9 is neglecting language proficiency. There are some positions that actually require a language test. An example is a clinical fellowship in Canada does require an English exam or a French exam depending on what province you're going to. These include tests like IELTS or OET, and sometimes many other positions might also require TOEFL. So it is really important to understand the different language requirements so you take the right one. I myself did a mistake when I was applying to Canadian permanent residency because I did the incorrect type of examination without reading the application properly. I have left my experience in a video in the description below. I encourage you to check it out, and I also recommend you don't do the same mistake. And finally, mistake number 10 is not seeking professional help. There is ample data that the IMGs tend to be more successful if they have adequate mentorship or coaching to help succeed in their career. Now, this you could obtain from any of people whom you trust, or you could get it from us. We have an expert team of doctors who can help you navigate you through USA, Canada, Australia, UK, and other countries. So we help you be successful a lot sooner, spending less time and less money through the effort. In order to book an appointment with us, you can go to our website www.imgsecrets.com and book an appointment there. Now that you know all the 10 mistakes you are supposed to avoid, now I recommend you watch this video where I have given you a step-by-step instructions on how you can approach to apply for residency matching in Canada so you become successful with your application. Of course, any questions, do post in the comments below. We'll try to get back to you as soon as possible because we understand how critical it is for you to get those answers. Take care, stay safe. We will talk to you soon.